The situation is quite concerning regarding this Israel Iran situation. And people have been talking about this for many, many years. This goes back to something called the Project for the New American Century, in which they said, outlined in this document, that they would attack all of these countries and finishing off with Iran. And again, we know that this is all about money. This is all about the economies of all of these countries literally collapsing under the weight of inflation and high unemployment. So they got to go to war. And like they said, when Jerusalem, they said, when all else fails, they take you to war. But we're going to see what our illustrious President Trump has said with regards to the lies, because we also know that they've been saying that Iran is months away from a nuclear weapon for years now. I mean, I can see videos of them saying always, they're days and months away from a nuclear weapon. But this is what Trump had to say.
So it's about twice the size of Phoenix.
Have you heard any signals or seen any messages from intermediaries that Iran wishes to de-escalate the conflict?
Yeah.
What have you heard? What have you heard from the Iranians?
They'd like to talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war, and they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
And what would you say, in your opinion, what would it take for the U.S. to get involved in this conflict militarily?
I don't want to talk about it.
You know what's going to get the U.S. involved in this conflict militarily? A good old false flag in the United States, because we've allowed tens of millions of undocumented people to come through the border, and we don't know who came through. And those people, they're already talking about these people are here. But just like all other wars, what brings them in? A false flag that said the Iranians did it, and then we off the war from there. But y'all got to understand, these folks closed down the Strait of Hormuz. Well, a good portion of the world's crude oil comes through from several countries, coming out of them pipelines out of the Middle East, going into the Strait of Hormuz. All they got to do is threaten to sink a ship, and all that insurance that Lloyd's of London covered, they're going to drop the insurance. And what's going to happen when they drop the insurance? Because insurance is just like our insurance. You got to have car insurance. You can't drive without car insurance. They can't sell boats without insurance. They cannot self-insure. Or they could, but no one self-insures. And if they're concerned about shipments going through the Strait of Hormuz, and all it takes is one ship being destroyed or attacked, and it's game over. What does that do to gas prices here in the United States? What does that do to everything? Because our whole economy is built on gas. If we don't have gas, if we don't have affordable gas, nobody ain't going nowhere. And this is how they can easily close down, lock down the citizenry of the United States, where they've already issuing large military forces. Yet it's all coming together. It's all coming together. You got to see what these people are doing, because at the end of the day, the economy is collapsing here. And they've already locked down Tehran. They've already locked down Israel and all of their states, and they're about to lock down the United States. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy to see the time that we're living in. But this is what these people do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is how they roll. So, it's kind of feeling and looking like COVID all over again, where we're going into a shift. I mean, let's see what he says.
I think we've got to realise that what we are
Trump is ordering the evacuation or telling them to evacuate Tehran.
already seeing is a world war, World War III. It's not a war in Ukraine over there, a war with Israel over here, and then, China's...
You got to understand. What's happening in the United States is already having a devastating effect on the economy and the people, all of these people losing their jobs. And then Trump gets up and says that, hey, the economy's great, there's plenty of jobs, no issues here, all is well. This is what these people do while people are suffering. And let me tell you, man, you get high gas prices, and I've been talking about this on Facebook for years about these high gas prices. And if gas prices go to an obscene level, you're going to see everybody shut down because, hey, you can't go anywhere. Without gas, you can't buy anything. The price of everything is associated with gas. And if gas goes up, price of everything else goes up. This is looking pretty bad. They're flattening, bombing entire cities in these two people's, the capitals of these two countries. This is unlike nothing that we've ever seen before. But it all goes in line of what their plans. Man. This is something else. I mean, it's actually happening. And that's the interesting thing about this developments, because it's actually happening now. It's not like it's could you imagine if it's CGI? Huh? But it's actually happening. And this kind of stuff has an effect. These events have an effect on the lives of Americans, of everybody, of you and I. And unless you got millions of dollars and you can afford this kind of stuff, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect your family. These are things that you need to stock up on some gas. You need to top your supplies off. I mean, this is pretty bad. Just stay tuned. Watch this stuff. Watch the price. I'll tell you, man, the biggest thing that you can watch is that manifestation of things going over there. Is that price of gas. Just keep looking at the price of gas at the gas station. It'll tell you everything that you need to know.